what is our trauma-informed family engagement curricula? So, it is an evidence-based family engagement curricular program designed to help families with children ages birth through 8th grade buffer the effects of trauma on their young children. Through the program, we text families 3 times a week in their home language with trauma-sensitive tips and activities to help their children thrive in all areas of life, academically, socially, emotionally, and so much more. And then through an additional stream, we reach them with critical local resources and supports to help ensure they have housing, food assistance, healthcare, and other essentials. Our trauma-informed program is aligned with the protective factors framework offered up by Strengthening Families, and we're going to talk a lot more about this later. But this framework sets forth 5 qualities that help parents and caregivers buffer the effects of trauma on their children. And again, we'll be diving into this shortly. So though the program is aligned with that protective factors framework at all ages, and you can see some samples of that alignment above, the content within each age is different, right? Because children need different supports at different ages. They're learning different things. They're facing different challenges. And that parent-child or caregiver-child relationship shifts. So parents and caregivers need different skills and strategies at each age and stage of development. So we're going to look at how this unfolds with a quick kind of pulled back view of our trauma-informed curricular frameworks. And we'll kind of take you through the different developmental phases now. So at a really high level, in the earliest years of life, we have a heavy focus on building that secure attachment that we know is going to be the greatest buffer of trauma on young children and really the greatest predictor of success in life. And what you see up on your screen now are the skills we use to build that. So we orient parents around ways to read and respond to their baby's cues, how to build security through loving language-rich exchanges, and how to really lay the foundation for a lifetime of learning through curiosity and hands-on experiences. All the while, we're giving parents and caregivers tools to navigate those early years of parenting and really ensure that they're taking care of themselves, that they're connecting with others and advocating for their own needs. We also, and it's through that secondary stream now, connect them with parenting groups and developmental overviews and ways to access critical supports like WIC. In the preschool years, so we're growing up, we are aligned with the Head Start Early Learning Outcomes framework, addressing the whole child and always promoting learning in hands-on child-led ways. We get families playing with words and having language-rich exchanges, exploring culture, developing a math vocabulary, right? All that good stuff. We also have a really heavy focus on social and emotional learning. We have a strong focus also in these years on those family-wide executive function skills that we know are going to help kids feel secure during transitions or as they start to have more experiences out in the world. Things like setting up daily routines, talking through change before it happens, problem solving, and of course, we continue connecting them with critical resources through that secondary stream. In the elementary years, we give trauma-sensitive, everyday ways to support academic benchmarks and standards, and we'll talk a lot more about that later, but we are aligned with the learning standards of all 50 states, and we leverage that unique parent-child relationship to do this. We make sure we're always positioning and orienting the skills that we're promoting around parents' strengths. We also work to promote conversations, activities, and experiences at home that give kids the skills they need to self-regulate, focus, organize, express themselves, form friendships, and solve problems at school. And we offer parents strategies for attending to their own wellness through all of it, as well as ways to build relationships within the school community. Okay, then we get to those tricky middle school years, and I have two, well, no, one of them just went to high school, but I still have a middle schooler. Fran's got 2 middle schoolers, right? We know during those years, parents and caregivers tend to go from captain to co-pilot, and we help them make this transition, finding ways to support their child's growing independence while also communicating to their child, I'm here for you, which is going to help give that child that secure foundation to return to as they venture out into the world. It's a tricky dance, but we give parents ways to help kids grow their executive function skills, navigate friendships and social situations, cultivate a growth mindset, and really start to see all the ways that their passions and their interests are mapped right onto what they're learning in school, all while supporting their child's autonomy. We also help parents understand adolescent development and ways they can navigate the middle school context while also attending to their own needs. I just wanted to note that in addition to being aligned with the protective factors framework, our content, as I've been sort of peppering in alignment statements, but I'll just recap, is also aligned to the Head Start Early Learning Outcomes framework in those earlier years and state standards in all 50 states. It's also aligned with the dual capacity framework for family school partnership, and it really supports the conditions, goals, and outcomes set forth in Karen Mapp's newly updated framework.